Right now at 5, a second day of protests against the federal government over the immigration enforcement crackdown.
And these people that are honking, these people are saying, we've had enough.
Plus, why local law enforcement are reaching out to the community after several people were arrested on sexual assault charges.
It might make it a little bit easier to take that step of courage to come forward and speak with us.
And later on, the new material developed by Oregon scientists that could be part of future cancer treatments. Thanks so much for joining us here at 5. I'm John Adams. This weekend, the nation is seeing a second day of ICE out protests, people speaking out against the federal government's immigration crackdown and the 2 people killed by federal agents in Minneapolis. Today, a federal judge said she won't halt the immigration enforcement surge in Minnesota and the Twin Cities as a lawsuit over it proceeds. The state's attorney general and the city's mayors argued that the Department of Homeland Security is violating constitutional protections. Our Jake Coulter is joining us live now from the ICE facility at the South Waterfront in Portland. Jake, what's going on out there tonight?
Well, John, just minutes after protesters made it down to the ICE facility, federal agents released tear gas. Now, that gas pushed the majority of the protesters back towards Elizabeth Carruthers Park, though you can see some still remain. Now, this is all told the largest crowd I've seen protesting down at South Waterfront by a long shot. The crowd of marchers stretched from Elizabeth Carruthers to the ICE facility and then some, easily in the thousands, if not more. The march led by members of more than 24 local unions.
I'm here for my students, I'm here for my coworkers, I'm here for Americans that are afraid to walk the streets right now or to leave their homes.
Thousands of protesters marched down to the ICE facility Saturday afternoon in continued protest against the Trump administration, particularly the actions of federal agents.
This is a workers' fight. You know, a lot of the people that they're targeting with ICE agents, they're employees of somebody. They're out there working. They're community members. They're contributing to society, and people shouldn't be afraid to go to work.
In the hour before, a sea of cyclists pedaling out of Irving Park.
There's a lot of people here, so it's going to be a little packed.
The bike ride, a memorial for Alex Preddy, the man shot and killed by federal agents in Minneapolis last week, who was a cyclist himself.
So I felt like being part of the cycling community, I wanted to come out and show my support and also to protest against the federal agents murdering American citizens.
And in Beaverton Saturday morning, another couple hundred protesters lined the streets.
These people that are honking, these people are saying, we've had enough. You need to make a change.
We want to save our democracy. We want to have a humane, decent society again. That's why I'm here.
Thank you for coming back. You get a gold
So
star.
some people are starting to walk back down that way, and more protests are scheduled in the area tomorrow as well as through the week. John?
Definitely another active weekend down on the South Waterfront. Jake Coulter for us tonight. Jake, thanks so much for that live report. Last night, Eugene police declared an anti-ICE protest a riot at the federal building there. This after they received reports some protesters had broken into the building. Video appears to show tear gas in the streets being deployed by authorities. People were trying to enter through broken windows. As police say, civilians were inside the building. It's not clear if anyone was injured. Eugene police say federal officials, some sent from here in Portland, are now taking the lead on the investigation. Another update out of Minnesota, a federal judge has ordered the release of 5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father from immigration custody. The boy's immigration case drew widespread attention earlier this month when a photo of him went viral online. It was captured while he was taken into custody by immigration authorities in Minnesota as he was on his way home from school. The boy and his father have since been transferred to a South Texas family residential center. This case and the deadly shooting still just part of the motivation for the nationwide protest this weekend.
It's extremely important to do this because it sets a precedent for what's to come in the future.
This country was built by immigrants. It was shaped by immigrants, and immigrants are the reason why we are here today. And so with ICE just attacking our people, we have no choice but to stand up and take action against them.
President Trump took to social media to forcefully defend Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and border czar Tom Homan. He made it clear he's standing by his top immigration officials as they face mounting criticism over the administration's immigration enforcement crackdown. Meanwhile, the Department of Justice has opened a civil rights investigation into Alex Preddy's shooting death. Officials say it will examine whether DHS officers violated the law in their use of force. Okay, turning now to our weather here locally and taking a live look outside right now. An absolutely beautiful Saturday across the metro today, leading many to wonder, are we still in January? And we had a chance to break some of those record highs for today out there as well. Corey Johnson joining us now with more. Hey, Corey.
Hey, John. Yeah, good evening. Beautiful is definitely the word to describe the day that we've had today. And did we break a record? Yes, we did, because we reached 61 degrees. So it's certainly warm for January. It does not feel like winter. This is our Salem sky camera out there this evening. Beautiful sunset on the way for us, 51 degrees. We're about 11 minutes, actually 10 now, away from sunset. But taking a look at our temperatures right now, sitting in the mid to upper 50s across many stretches. 56 in Portland, 51 as we saw in Salem, 58 in Kelso. Looks like 48 in the Dalles currently. This is our Rose City sky camera. Just a few clouds overhead for us as we inch toward the evening hours. 56 there. Providence Park, a similar story, partly cloudy. And final look at the Reserve Golf Course, our Explore Tualatin Valley camera. It was a great day to get outside and do some activity. So over the next few hours, we're going to stay cloudy, stay dry, stay calm. But this is a weak system making its way in off of the coast. That's going to create some rain for us as we get into the early part of our Sunday morning, starting with some showers. I'll break down the timing of all of it and the temperatures coming up.
All right, Corey, thanks so much for that update. We'll see you soon. New tonight, detectives with Salem police are investigating two separate cases of suspicious deaths. Police were first called to a home off Dark Forest Place Northeast just after 1 Friday afternoon. There they found a woman's body. Then at around 6:30 that evening, they responded near Wallace Marine Park, where they found another woman's body. While they investigate both cases, they don't see any connection or any threat to the public. Also new today, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is asking for victims to reach out after they arrested a man on multiple rape charges. This man, 24-year-old Jacob Kosser, is also accused of strangulation, assault, menacing, and more. Detectives believe he met a victim through dating app Tinder and may have also used the app Pure. He's being held on a $500,000 bail. The sheriff's office is releasing his photo in the hopes that other victims will recognize him and reach out. And there's a similar case out of Washington County. Deputies say they've arrested a 21-year-old man accused of raping a young teen. As our Catherine Cook found out, detectives are concerned he could also have other victims.
Take a look at this mugshot. His name is Alexis Giovanni Leva Lopez. He's 21 and lives in Cornelius. On Monday, Washington County Sheriff's detectives arrested him on multiple charges, including rape and strangulation. They say the victim, a young teen girl he met on Snapchat, then convinced to meet him in person. Investigators released this photo because they think there could be other victims who haven't come forward yet.
Sometimes what we see is when people know that they're not the only affected one, it might make it a little bit easier to take that step of courage to come forward and speak with us.
Detective Mark Pavolny says in this case, the suspect picked up the victim in Vancouver Christmas Eve, then drove her back to Cornelius, where he sexually assaulted her and gave her drugs and alcohol. While this case started on Snapchat, Pavolny says predators target all social media apps and even gaming sites looking for young victims. He wants predators to know investigators are online too, looking for them.
We have multiple undercover online profiles where we go and pretend to be children, so we can try to find these people before they find a real-world victim.
It's how they arrested this man earlier this month. 36-year-old Andrew Graham, a sexual assault suspect. Undercover investigators caught him trying to lure a 15-year-old girl for sex. Catherine Cook, KGW News.
Also making news, police bring a man into custody today after he crashed into a patrol car. It started around 2 this morning after the driver sped away from Portland police and Multnomah County Sheriff's deputies. The driver continued even after running through spike strips until he eventually lost control and hit a patrol car with 2 deputies inside. 21-year-old Jose Herrera still tried to run away, but he was arrested No one was hurt. A memorial service was held today to honor a local veteran. Ira Ike Schaub recently died at the age of 105. He was serving in the Navy and stationed at Pearl Harbor during the Japanese attack in World War II. Over the last few years, Schaub was able to return to Pearl Harbor and attend memorial ceremonies.